discussion is, are you industry ready? It's a very important topic for our students, and only an industry expert can tell you this. So before taking much time, I invite Mr. Venkatesh to take over. The stage is all yours, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this opportunity. It's lovely speaking to young people. In fact, I'm here to share my experience as to how we select our, employees, how we select our colleagues, which could be of great interest to the people who are listening to me. Before I start, in fact, I'm here on two counts. One, as a father of a college-going girl, and second, as an industry expert. So I do not know which role I will take it seriously, because I've been handling my daughter who's been who's in her second year of college. So all that I'm going to do is share my experience with how her career has shaped up, and what she is doing. So before I really get on to my presentation, I just wanted to share one anecdote that happened between me and my daughter. So before I even share the anecdote, uh, I mean, are you ready? Because the topic that was given to me was, are you industry ready? So, and I want to remove that industry and say, are you ready? Okay, because it is all about your readiness, be it anything. That is what matters, whether it is your career, it is your life, whatsoever it may be. So, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, because I'm not able to see anything here. Is my video frozen?
Yes, sir, your video is frozen. It's not moving.
Okay.
But you are audible, clearly audible.
Okay.
Now it started.
Now it's better? Okay,
Yes,
fine.
yes, yes.
So, we try to avoid technical glitches as much as possible, but then it's really not possible. So, I mean, I just wanted to start off with saying, are you really ready for anything? Because unless and until we are ready, things are not going to happen for us. So, one of the conversations that I had with my daughter, are probably something that you would also be having with your parents, is when she was in her 8th standard, I told my daughter, saying that you just have to pass 10 standard in flying colors. After that, I will not disturb you. You get good marks in 10 standard, so that you make Appa very proud, so that I can go and tell this is how much you scored. And after that, I will not disturb you. You can just enjoy. And then 10th, she scored very good marks. And again in 11th standard, I said, see, only 12th standard, you get good score. And after that, I will not disturb you. And after that, you can just enjoy your life. You need not really work very hard. So 12th, in fact, she made me very proud. She got very good score, and then she joined a college of her choice. And then when during after she finished her first semester, she came back to me and said, "Appa, you know what? You are a liar. You are a cheat." I said, "Why? What happened?" I said, "10th, you said if you get good score, after that I need not study. I can enjoy my life. 12th, if you get good score, that is what is a foundation. After that, you need not really study. You can enjoy your life. But now, after the first semester, I'm not really able to really understand what you said, because all this while it looked like I studied for you, but now, because of the peer pressure and my classmates doing so many other things, I cannot really chill. I really have to do a lot of things, so that I'm on par with the other students, because all this while it was for the foundation for me to get college. But once in college, it is a foundation for my life, and you are so smart in making me do that. And now it is my responsibility, and I know that I can't rest now, and I need to do a lot of things. So I just wanted to set this as a preamble and get to the topic today. So I'll very quickly move to my presentation. I'm just saying, I just wanted to start off saying that, are you ready? So why are we talking about, are you industry ready? Because there is a big challenge in terms of why you should be ready. What is a challenge? There are plenty of opportunities and there are plenty of people who are going to fight with you to get the career opportunity, etc. So we need to get the right career direction in terms of what are we going to do, how are we going to do, so that we are being ready, so that there are no disappointments after we finish our college, whether it is your UG or post graduation. So challenge. Why are we calling this as a challenge? Because then why are we studying in college? Because we need to get your higher studies or get a job. So if we think about what is going to happen after 3 years, it is definitely a challenge. So I just wanted to quote one small thing which is very prevalent in the industry, and to make you understand why this is a challenge. See, the job market is being affected by 3 A's. I call this as 3 A's. In fact, Dan Pink very beautifully coined this as 3 A's. First is Asia. So, because of the number of people in Asia, all the jobs are moving to Asia. Fantastic. That's a great opportunity for us. And we are all in Asia. That's going to help us. The second thing is automation. Everywhere it is automation. Everywhere, in the olden days, there were 10 people doing tons of things, and now we see that one small app and computers are doing a lot of things. So automation is going to hurt our job. And third thing is abundance. And in fact, this is where I think we need to be very, very clear. When I say abundance should not be a problem. Why am I talking abundance as a problem? Let me give you a very small example, or rather I wanted to share two things that has happened in my life. Some 15-20 years back, if we have to buy a car, it is very simple. The decision is based on the budget. You have more money, you buy Ambassador car. You have less money, you buy Maruti 800 car. That's all. The decisions were very simple. You don't, because you didn't have choices. So you are very, very firm when you took the decision, saying that I am taking the right decision. Imagine the same state today. Okay, I want to buy a small car. Okay, and I know that my budget is say 4 or 5 lakhs. How many choices that I have? I have probably, I don't want to really quote the number of brands that are available for you, and you go research and there is plenty of information that is available on the internet, and one reviewer says that this car is great, another reviewer says this car is great, and one of your colleague or your classmate comes and says that this car is amazing, I bought, etc., etc. You would have come to a decision, and finally, after listening to all these, you are going to be worried whether are you taking the right decision. And what does it do? It actually postpones your decision, because you are not sure about the decision that you are taking. That is on one side. And this goes with everything. Take cell phone. You know that your budget is say 25,000 rupees, and for 25,000 rupees there are some 100 phones that are available. And you buy something, and the next day your friend comes and shows you another phone which is probably 1,000 rupees less, and say, oh, why the hell I did not buy. So one, you are not taking decisions because there is a lot of choices. The second, after taking decision also, you are not being very happy. Okay, so abundance is really a problem. Coming back to your own life, in Google today you get all the information that you want, but tell me something. Have you ever completed even one single document reading completely? Because when you search, you get some 10 different things, and you store everything, and ultimately you don't even read one thing also. And it's not only you, it is with everybody. So with abundance comes lot of opportunity. At the same time, there's lot of problems that also comes in terms of decision making, in terms of how things are going to happen, etc. So with this premise, I wanted to start saying that you have to be really watchful about understanding how abundance can impact you. I would want to flip it, saying, okay, how is abundance going to impact my career? Imagine after 3 years or after 2 years, if you're doing your masters or undergraduation, when you're going to come out, you're not going to come out alone, passing out in flying colors. There are 1,000 other people or even 10,000 other people with the same set of skill set, 10th plus 2 and 3 years, or 10 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 years. What would differentiate them is probably 1 mark here, 5 marks here, CGPA, this, that, and all those things, but more or less everybody is on the same scale. So as an organization, when I get some 200 resumes or even 500 resumes, I just want to quote and one small, in fact, day before yesterday, as on behalf of my company, I released an advertisement for a mobile app developer. You wouldn't believe, within 24 hours, I nearly got 280 resumes. Do you think it is humanly possible for me to look at all the 280 resumes and say, okay, this person is good, this person is good, I interview all the 280 people and select what is the best? It is not possible at all. So humanly, there are certain things that is possible, that is not possible. So this is where abundance is going to hurt you. And as an industry expert, what would I do? Okay, 280 profiles. Okay, I just open it. Not even scan it. We have now moved to skimming. I don't want to tell you the definition of what skimming means. Go to Google and find out what skimming is. We have stopped scanning. We are now skimming. So once I look at the profile, okay, there has to be something very interesting, and okay, then I look at it. And that is how we need to grab attention. That is how brands are grabbing our attention, be it advertisements or whatsoever it may be. Unfortunately or fortunately, even if you are a great product, you need to sell yourself. And you need to differentiate yourself from the rest of the crowd. And that is precisely the most important thing in terms of making yourself ready. And fortunately, in fact, when I passed out my college, the choices were very simple. The abundance was really not affecting my career, because I grew up, my father told, saying that, okay, once you finish your graduation, you have to write bank PO, government examination, and then become a government officer, or join one of the biggest private firms which is as good as a government firm. In fact, with very great difficulty, my father even got a recommendation in one of the big brands in India, and unfortunately for him, I did not take up that offer. So life was very easy during our times, but now, I one way, I'm happy because you got a lot of choices. On the other side, your competition starts right from your school. And in fact, you need to start differentiating yourself right from the school itself. Now you are in college, even if you have not done that so far, it is now the right time for you to see how I am different from others. And today's universities are really good because they provide that opportunity for you to differentiate yourself from others. And in fact, I'm so glad you're speaking in this orientation. In fact, I'm so used to speaking during placements and all those things, which is already, you already finished 5 semesters. Only after that, somebody like me comes and shares their experience, and then you already lost your time. And in fact, it's not because I'm speaking in an Amity University event I'm talking about this, but I'm definitely very happy because you are giving somebody a heads up. This is why we call being proactive. I'm really glad that universities are being proactive. I do not know about other universities, but Amity is being very proactive in bringing industry experts like us to talk to you, because you still have another 3 years or 2 years to make yourself ready for the industry, not coming at the fag end and saying, you know what, you wasted your 2.5 years or 1.5 years, start everything afresh. So thank you, Amity Global School. I'm really glad that you're doing this. And the only thing that I wanted to leave with your students here is, yes, we being, the environment in school were different, etc. Now we're coming to the college, we want to chill, we want to do this, we want to do that, but at the same time, make sure that you are making the best use of the facilities being provided by the university, because that is what will make you stand out, and that is what will make people like, when companies come for a campus recruitment, that is what will make you stand out from the 50 other people in your class. Imagine there are 50 people even in your class, forget about the university or the industry. Even in this 50, okay, how am I how am I different from others? What have I done? And what is it that I bring to the table? You only have to understand one thing. Imagine that you are doing a business, and when you do a business, you are not going to earn on day one. It's an investment that you are making. what will you invest in? Will you invest on a product where you are very sure that this is going to give return, or will you invest on a product that says that maybe it will give return, maybe not, etc.? If you are in a doubt, will you invest? So look at it, from a company's perspective, because when we are going to recruit you, we are making an investment in you. And when we are making an investment in you, which means that you're not going to be productive on day one, you're going to take time. But how quickly you're going to become productive is the investment, is the return of investment that you're going to give a company like us, because we are in business. You need to make money by employing your services. Nobody is in social service. It is not here to say that, oh, you know what, so many students are coming out, I want to help them build their career, etc. I'm sorry, we have to make profits, and you need to help us make profits. So you think of yourself as a product, and how much the investor can invest in you so that you are giving enough returns. So all these are like motherhood statements. It's so very easy for somebody to come and tell you, saying that be nice, be differentiate, and all those things. Is there a framework for me to do it? I mean, I do not know if I can give you a framework, but I can definitely share an experience that I have, and I would want to say there are two important factors in terms of is my okay. So there are two important factors that you need to look at while your college's studies are extremely important, because there are certain minimum criteria that you need to get in your get in your CGPA marks, etc. But beyond all those, there are two important things that you need to invest in yourself, which I believe is the additional things that the college is providing, or the investment that you are making on yourself. The first is the transferable skills, and the second is the internship. So when I say transferable skills, what are the transferable skills? Transferable skills are skills that you already have, that you already possess, which can be taken to the organization straight away. Okay, see, for example, if you're doing your BBA, or you may know a lot of management, this thing, etc. But what is the transferable skill that we need to have? Because any organization you join, they still have to train you in whatever you are going to be productive. But the transferable skills are, I'm being a team player, taking initiatives, those kind of skills which are extremely important for you, which can be absolutely transferred to the organization. Because being a team player is extremely important whether you are in college or in organization. So how can you exhibit being a team player? Conduct seminars, be an organizer, being part of the sports team, so on and so forth. Those are the ways that you can show that you are a team player. And then internships. Today, because of the internet, this thing, there are a lot of internship opportunities that are available. Please do make use of it. And I just see, again, going back to my own experience with my daughter. She's in her third semester, and her classmates have already done 3 internships. And believe me, when I go to that college, I'll be very glad to recruit somebody like that, because they already have experienced the corporate world, and the second thing is they've used their time productively. So look at the kind of qualities that I would see in these people. While there are 20, 25 kids who are probably enjoying their vacation, this corona and all those things, I would appreciate somebody who's done a course during this time, an online course, probably done some online internship, etc., etc. So look at the kind of qualities that these people bring to my organization, and that is what I mean, because that also shows the kind of transferable skills that they have. So so look at transferable skills and internship. Internship is outside of your college, because definitely because of relationship with the college, with organizations like me, I would definitely take 2 or 3 people per semester to do some internships, etc. But I'm sure your university will have a lot of tie-ups like this, and they can help you. But beyond that, please understand, till 12th standard and till joining your college or your post graduation, you can get external help, because it's all the matter of paying fees, your marks, so on and so forth. But please remember, nobody is going to accompany you for your corporate interview. No, you are not going to get a job by probably paying fees or whatsoever it may be. It is absolutely your skill. It's absolutely about what you bring in. So understand what is abundance, how can I be different from the rest of the people, okay, and then concentrate on transferable skills. Transferable skills are something that is beyond your college. There are a lot of sessions that would happen like this, so please be part of it, and then please make sure that your presence is felt. If there is a Q&A at the end of this session, if somebody asks me a question, believe me, that person will always stand in my mind. And tomorrow, if there is an internship opportunity that comes up, and one of your professors comes and says that, okay, this person wants to do an internship, I have a recall. There may be 100 people, but who is the one who is getting attention? Is the one who is taking initiative. And how can I take initiatives? It is about doing various things, beyond your curriculum, in the sessions or symposiums, paper presentation, because your college does a lot of things based on inputs from the industry. They don't have a tick mark saying that, they don't have a laundry list saying that, okay, this semester we have to do some 4 industry sessions, we have to do this, do that, etc. Everything is done with a purpose. And unless and until you understand that purpose and get involved in that, you will not be able to get benefit out of it. And that's extremely important. When you go to a how are you going to make yourself ready at the end of your education? There are 3 things that are primary, and I call this as a 3-step approach. Everybody says that I don't have an experience. As a fresher, you may not have an experience, but there are transferable skills which does not need you to show any experience. So show as much as possible in terms of, I presented so many papers, I got this award, I was a team player, I helped my college, I was a coordinator in this event, and I was a secretary of this thing. So I do not know what opportunities I have, but I'm sure that all the universities would have. But unless and until you make the best use of the opportunity, you will not be able to. The second thing is, show what you have done. And unless and until you have done something, you will not be able to show anything. So if you can demonstrate what you have done, that is when you beat the abundance, because you're going to be really different. Explain why you can learn quickly. This is extremely important, because as I told you earlier, when we are investing in an employee, we want to make sure that this person is productive, and whatever they learn, they may have to unlearn something, and they may have to learn additional things, which is the training that is given by the organization. Sooner they get trained and the faster they get trained, they become more productive. So you need to understand that learning quickly, we call this learnability. This word is being used everywhere. Learnability is extremely important, particularly coming from the industry that I am in. And in fact, I think even the other industries are now getting into this, because in IT they always say that you need to be learnable, etc. But it does not confine only to IT. It is now confined to everything, because things are changing very fast. I just want to quote a small example. I know probably I could be from a different industry. Imagine electric vehicles. All this while we were talking about petrol, diesel engines, etc. And suddenly in the next 2-3 years, they are saying that everything will become electric vehicles. In electric vehicles, there is not going to be engine. So what will all the mechanical engineers do, in terms of fixing the engine, etc.? Because today you need a completely altogether new skill. So learnability is extremely important. Make sure that you are continuously learning. And whatever opportunities that the university provides in terms of additional learning beyond your curriculum, etc., please make the best use of it, because learning quickly, showing that you learn very quickly is extremely important. Show what you have done. To show what you have done, it's extremely important that you do something, and then show the skills, which I call as transferable skills, where there is no experience required. Because if you are a person who takes initiative, if you are a team player, etc., you just have to quote saying that, I consider myself to be a team player because I was a captain of basketball team, cricket team, so on and so forth. Show what you've done. That is when you can beat abundance. And just to give you an example, okay, so I spoke about teamwork, which again I say, show, if you are saying teamwork as a transferable skill, okay, you don't need to show that you are experienced in teamwork, but you can show that I was the convener of, say, this club, that club, and I did this so much, so on and so forth. I managed it, because it comes with managerial skills and teamwork. The second is show that you have worked as a team, because each and every skill you take it as show you have worked as a team in this area, in that area. Explain that you can fit in very quickly. Okay, so that is when your transferable skills really become transferable, because you say that, I've been managing team and this is no different, and then you also tell them saying that this is a difficult situation that I had, and we had, etc. But all these are theoretically possible unless and until you do something practically, along with your college curriculum. You will not be able to exhibit that. Okay, so believe me, and you can hold me responsible, because I'm also going to be in this industry recruiting people. uh, if you follow this approach, at the end of your end of, when you pass out, if you are not getting recruited, I will share my number, in fact my LinkedIn URL, everything is there. I can guarantee you that you will definitely be ready for the industry. You will definitely be ready for the industry, because till your school, it is a foundation for your life, because there are certain life skills and all those things that are going to stay with you forever for your life, and that is what you are going to learn primarily. But the college is a foundation for your career. Don't ever think that after college is when your career starts. Your career starts today. Your career actually starts today, and you need to start thinking, saying that how will I be after 3 years or after 2 years when I'm in the industry. What are all the skills that I need? How will I have to behave? What are the skills that I need to acquire, etc. And wherever you can get an internship, just experience that. And today's organizations are really lovely, because we need young people to come and challenge us. The 48-year-olds and 50-year-olds, their ideas are there, but then we need a lot of challenges from young people, and there are a lot of organizations which want young people to come and challenge them, come and share their knowledge, etc. So there's plenty of internship opportunities that are available. Just make use of all those. And then this is extremely critical, because lot of people make a mistake in terms of how they are choosing their career. And this is the right time that you need to decide, because this is one of the very key factors in making you understand, saying that I am ready. Okay, there are I want to put it in three sector. One is what you enjoy doing, and the second one is what are you good at doing, and the third is what people will pay you to do. You will enjoy your career when all these three culminate together. So understand what you enjoy doing. See, you have plenty of opportunity. It is not that you need to become this, you need to become that, etc. Understand what you are doing good at. And very simple example that rather exercise that I can give you is, look back at your own life. See, when have you been very happy doing what, and look at what is the kind of career which will make you do that. So that is when you understand that what you enjoy doing. The second is what you're good at doing it. Okay, you may enjoy doing it, but are you really good at doing this? Okay, so understand, okay, I am good in doing that. In this segment, I'm good in doing this. And last but not the least, will people pay you to do? See, in fact, I want to give you a completely different example. When I was in school. Being in India, cricket is again one of the greatest passion. Being IPL season, I thought I will. So I also started up cricket. I went for coaching, this, that, etc. And after some time, my father said, um, go to college and write bank PO, because cricket was really not a career. Yes, I was enjoying playing cricket. I was good at doing it. I did play league and all this thing. But during those days, will people pay me to do follow my passion? It was not a career option during that time, but today it is definitely a career option. So that's the easiest example I can give you for you to understand why I am talking about these three quadrants. Because if you don't really if you don't do what you're enjoying, believe me, after 5 years into your career, or even after 10 years into career, you will say that maybe I'm not enjoying my life. And it doesn't stop with that. Your productivity will get impacted. Your productivity will get impacted, and then ultimately you will not grow the way that you want to grow. So this is the right time for you to understand, okay, what are you enjoying doing, and what are you good at doing, and what will is there a career opportunity. And how will you know all this? The first two are very simple, because it is about you. You know what you enjoy doing. You probably your professors could help you in understanding what are you enjoying doing, what are you good at, so on and so forth. What will people what people will pay you to do? That is something that probably you can't decide by yourself. That is where you need to seek help from your professors, from your department, and industry experts, understanding or going to doing a lot of research, etc. Those are the things that will make you different from others and beat the abundance when you really come out for the job market. So uh, the first two is more about yourself. The third one, you know is partially done in the classroom and partially done outside the classroom. But believe me, it is the onus is on you. I mean, I always say this, you can take the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. The college will help you bring in experts like me. They will give you a lot of opportunities, but ultimately I do not know how many of you are even listening to me. Okay, but I mean, who is the loser? I'm really not. I'm not really going to be bothered. I'm really happy because I've shared whatever I wanted to. Your college has taken this opportunity. You do not know how much tantrums I showed in the last 3 days. The kind of follow-ups that your college has to make with me to make sure that I'm coming to this session, fixing my appointment, this, that, so on and so forth. It's not easy. They are putting their effort. I'm putting my effort in making sure that I teach you. But how many people are really listening to this? The opportunities keep coming to us. How we make use of it is with us. I mean, I've also gone through this. It's not that I said directly jumped into corporate. When people used to come and talk in my college, I also have made fun. I've also whistled. I've also done all those things. But ultimately, uh, did the college lose? Did the speaker lose? Definitely not. If we listen, we are to gain. If you don't listen, probably you may not even know what you've lost. Because everything has got a purpose, and the university does everything with a purpose. And if you don't really understand the purpose with which it is done, you are not the loser. I mean, the whomsoever is doing is not the loser. So understand and pay attention. It's not that you have to sit through all the 40 minutes of this session, etc. But then you can always take some important things, and then make sure that you're following one or two things. Because believe me, it is one HR head like me who is going to sit on the other side after 3 years and going to recruit you. And most of us are similar. And when you also come into the career and have 20 years of experience, you will also do the same thing. So it's we are actually giving the question paper out 3 years before itself, thanks to the opportunity that the university is providing you. So make best use of the opportunity, because today is the first session. There may be 100 other sessions that would happen in the next 3 years or 2 years that you're going to be in this college. And if you are not going to make the best use of it, believe me, you may lose. The university nor the speaker are really going to be bothered, because I'm not going to come and follow up saying that how many students attended this, how many students really took notes, did they make use of it. You think I'm going to be worried about it? I will not be worried at all. I'll not be worried. But if there are some students who are going to reach out to me and say, Venki, you told me this, can I be in touch with you on LinkedIn and all those things, believe me, that will create an impact. and I'm going to keep you in your mind. I'm going to keep you in my mind, and I'm going to refer you for internships, etc. And when you pass out and you're going to do some, you're going to be in touch with me and you're going to exhibit all your skills, believe me, I will come behind you and say, will you join me? I've done that in the past. When I go to university, talk to universities, I expose my LinkedIn URL, I expose my Facebook ID, I mean URL, etc. There are certain people who are completely behind me, commenting with me and traveling with me, and I've recruited those people. And I'm just one among the thousands and 10,000 leaders in this industry, or HR heads, etc. And today everybody is accessible easily in social media platform. So make the best use of such things, because you are going to get benefited out of this. And for us, it is just 1 hour of my time. I will anyway feel happy going telling about, I spoke in Amity Global School. I'll probably put it in my LinkedIn. I'll get enough likes, and that serves my purpose. But if there are 5 people who are going to follow me and going to be in touch with me, believe me that those 5 people, there will be a difference in their life. And imagine the hundreds of sessions that would happen from today till you pass out. And even if you cling on to one leader who is impressing you, your half of your work is already done, because you are going to exhibit your transferable skills. You are going to be different. And tomorrow, when one of us are going to come to the college, and you already know, there's a familiarity and there's going to be a recall. So make the best use of it. So I do not know how much time I've got, but I just want to very quickly show you, saying that this is your 5-point career development model. And I've been practicing, or I've been sharing this with a lot of people in the last few years, and people have really shown, come back and said it really worked. So self-assessment. So self-assessment is your first thing, saying that what am I good at, what I want in my life, is extremely important. You can even decide which company I want to join, and decide your dream company. And probably, it's not part of this course. Probably you reach out to me, I'll help you in terms of giving you a roadmap in terms of how you can even join your dream company. The second is personal commitment, because we are very good in understanding what we want and all those things, but unless and until you have a commitment to it, you are not going to really achieve what you want. Have a personal commitment. Yes, I want this and I will get it. And the third one is roadmap, because everything comes with a plan. Okay, and you have to now think, okay, after 3 years, okay, I'm going to sit in a placement interview. What would the interviewer talk about me? What do I want the interviewer to think about me? Decide that today and start exhibiting those skills, and start acquiring those skills. And it is just not important just to have roadmap, but you also have to action it out. It's extremely important for you to action it out, saying that this is the roadmap and this is how I'm going to. And last but not the least is self-reflection, because you need to understand and analyze whether whatever I've done is right. If there is a course correction, you need to change the course, and it is a circle. So this is a 5-point career development model, which I typically practice to all my employees, and whenever they come in, we try to understand what is their vision, create a roadmap. We help them create the roadmap, because I can't create a roadmap for you. I can't tell you this is what you have to do, etc. Because you need to understand about yourself. You need to understand what is your personal commitment. You need to figure a roadmap. But there are mentors who can help you figure this out. And I'm sure that your professors are, the kind of people who can help you get this 5-point model. Go and ask them the relevant questions, spend time with them, discuss with them. I'm sure that they will be able to guide you. And I'm sure that they're also going to get industry experts like me, have meaningful discussions with people like me. We would love to, have conversations with young people, so that we also become better. So this is what I wanted to share. And in fact, uh, are you industry
Sir, you
ready?
have time, sir.
Sorry?
So you have 15 minutes
Oh,
more,
okay.
yeah.
So
In case, yeah. You
Yeah,
want to share something else?
yeah, definitely. In fact, I'm so glad that you've given me additional time. I mean, the self-assessment. In fact, I want to get into detail into this 5-point career development model. So, when you say self-assessment, look back at your entire life. There are certain areas where you believe that you have done this, you have done that, etc. And you also decide saying that this is the dream organization that I want. I told you how you can be part of the dream organization. It's very simple. So today, LinkedIn is an amazing platform. If you are already not there, please please become part of LinkedIn, create a profile in LinkedIn. Believe me, there is no other platform at this moment which can help you better in getting you a great career. Okay, yes, spend time on Facebook and Instagram. I'm not saying you should not do that, but spending time on LinkedIn will definitely help. Even if you are spending 2 hours on this, do spend at least 30-40 minutes on this, because it will really help you. So coming to personal commitment, I don't have to tell you what is personal commitment in terms of how much time you're going to spend, what is it that you're going to do. Probably I know you are deciding yourself, saying that I'm going to present 3 papers, I'm going to attend these sessions, I'm going to be this, do that, etc. Coming to the roadmap, it is I mean, there's a saying that says that even if it is a good product, you need to market it. And here the product is you, and today you need to market it. And gone, I mean, in the olden days it was so difficult for us to market ourselves because we don't get an opportunity. Today it is extremely easy. Just get onto a platform like LinkedIn, decide that, say, I want to join probably, say, Google, and you know whichever department that you want to join, all those leaders are available in LinkedIn. So there are, you need not become friends with them, but you can definitely follow them. Just follow them, and then whenever they are posting something, go comment on it. Do comment on it, because it's see, in fact, I mean, just for you to say, any human being needs 3 A's, which we call it as um, acceptance, acknowledgement, and appreciation. So the state that you are in, you are all joined from various schools or various other institutions, etc., and now you have to make new friends, and you need to feel accepted. If you are not feeling accepted, you will not do well. So it is a normal this thing. And second is acknowledgement, saying that you are this person, you are that person, etc. Forget about all this. The third one is appreciation, because everybody needs to be appreciated. So even if somebody is a big leader, the moment you go and comment on their post saying that wow, it's so nice, etc., etc., they will really feel happy. But it is just not about saying that, sir, I agree with you, great comment, and all this thing. Believe me, it's not going to help you. But it gives you two things. One, where are they heading to? Because I'm going to only look at what is interesting to me and my organization. I'm not going to really look at some random stuff which is not very important, etc. I'm going to tell you. So which will very clearly tell you, saying that these are the things that I need to need. If you are saying that AI/ML is the next thing, if in a dream organization that you want to join, everything that they are posting is about artificial intelligence and machine learning, it is very clear for you to understand, saying that AI/ML is in their roadmap, which automatically has to come to your roadmap. And then start doing some research, start working on it, and then make sure that you are sharing all those. And building your influence today is extremely easy, because you can blog pretty easily, and with free sites and all those things. But many people come back and say, after all, I'm a college student, I may not have enough content to probably create an authority, etc. You may not have enough content, but you can read a blog, and then review it, or probably share your comments or share your point of view, because people love somebody with a point of view. I mean, I do not know if I can quote this example, but a very easy example that I can give is, I'm sure you all love watching movies. you know to it's not that to show your movie skill you need to shoot a movie, you need to do a movie, but you can actually review a movie. By reviewing a movie, You can actually look at all the nuances in the movie, right from cinematography, music, this, that, etc., which will exhibit saying that, wow, this person has got a lot of skill. You don't have to really shoot a movie, you don't have to really do create a story and all those things. Look at it from a AML or an industry perspective. You really need not write original blogs, but you can have a point of view. But have a point of view, that's extremely important. Don't worry about whether it is right or wrong, etc., because you can always correct yourself. But people love, organizations love people who have a point of view. And in fact, in IT industry, there is one common problem that everybody will have. Nobody questions. You are all order takers. And in fact, I don't want to generalize, but generally in IT industry, everybody says that Indians are all order takers. So, we don't want order takers. We want people who can question, who have got a point of view, etc. But once you show that you have a point of view in public forums, etc., you are already beating the abundance. You have a lot of things to talk about. And the second thing that I'm talking, what it gives you is, imagine that you go to a placement interview and you're saying that this is that, etc., and suddenly you put a very pet project of yourself saying that I did internship, and you're talking very passionately about it. If you've really done it so well, are you not forcing your interviewer to only talk about that topic? Because the questions are going to come only on that. You are not allowing him or her to talk about something else. They are going to only you are confining them to a topic which you are an expert. That is why I'm saying have a point of view, and as much as possible, show what you have done. That's what I told you in the initial slide, saying that show what you have done. If you have shown what you have done, all the questions will be only on that. And I told you the end picture, but then look at the amount of work that you need to do from today till you reach that stage. Because please understand, if you just tell something without doing anything, anybody can easily find. You need to be really authentic. So be very authentic, spend a lot of time in understanding how you can be different, and that's extremely important, because that's how you need to beat, that's how you can beat abundance. Because as I told you, for one position I've got 280 resumes, and the one that I will pick is a resume which is very interesting, which is very different from 279 other things. I may probably pick 10 to interview. I may not interview all the 280 people. The 10, how will I decide? If it does not say that, okay, my CGPA is so much, I did this, I did that, and all those things. But how well are you expressing yourself? And how will you express yourself? Only when you do something. Because whatever you're going to study in your curriculum, there are 1,000 other people who are going to do it. How are you going to differentiate yourself? Is by doing things which are beyond your curriculum. And I'm sure that Amity Global School is going to give you all this opportunity, but it is up to you to make the best use of that opportunity. So act on it, and then keep self-reflecting, and that is what will help you in your career development. And your career development starts today. It doesn't start in your 6th semester, or probably 1 week before there is a notice that says that campus placement people are going to come. It doesn't start that day, it starts today. So that's a point that I want to leave you with. I do not know if there is a Q&A. If there is a Q&A, I would definitely love to take. Otherwise, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. I request the students to ask questions. If you have any questions, you can ask it, sir.
Well said, sir. I am Dr. Latangi here, and thanks for joining us on this platform for the introducing the new students to all your thoughts, and thanks to Vaishali to get you at the right time and in a short notice. So I think what you said was really good for the students. So I think they should be implementing what you said. From the day one, you need to begin taking up all your goals and set your targets and what you want to express out and what do you want the others to see in you.
Absolutely.
Is very important. Yes, so I think they get the complete picture of whatever you wanted to say, and I hope at least out of so many students, a handful of them are taking this suggestion, and if they're implementing it, it's a wonderful thing, sir.
No, no offense meant, ma'am, to the student, but then I've also gone through this. Sometimes there are no you can't regret for what you have not done in your life. Uh, so it's very easy for us to just leave this opportunity out and say maybe I should have been different, etc. That is why I
No, the
just shared
point
that.
is, sir, see, we have done it. Yes, I agree that we also have gone through the same phase, and probably each one of us has taken things up in a different way.
Yes.
But now the situation for the youngsters, it is very challenging,
Yeah.
and it's a cutthroat competition outside.
Absolutely.
They need to prove every minute, they need to prove people what they are and exhibit their skills the right way.
Absolutely.
So they cannot afford to make mistakes and keep on taking time to improve on it. The career graph will go.
Yes.
So, what you said is, start thinking, because they're management students, and I'm sure they understand the importance and significance of, how they should be going about it. Sir.
Absolutely. Thank you
Sir,
so much.
excuse me, sir. This is Vipin Nair, faculty of AGBS. Sir,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
hear me?
Yes, I could hear you.
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Actually, some students may be a bit shy in asking certain questions.
Yes.
The question which comes to many of their mind is that if you get a bad boss, that is one thing which many people are troubled with. Can we choose our boss? That is the question now many students have asked me. Because a good boss will see that you grow both professionally and personally. A bad boss may even destroy your career. Okay, so that these are some things which many students have asked me, but I don't know why they are not asking in platforms like this.
No, they
Can
will,
you
sir.
select your boss?
No, I think they will ask. Now, once your question is answered, I'm sure some of the students are interested to ask questions.
Sure.
So, Professor Preeti can moderate it.
See, one thing that I wanted to answer is, have I had a bad boss? Uh, yes, I've had some.
Some people say that you can't choose your parents. That's the same thing. You can't choose your boss also.
Absolutely.
It is purely like dependent on luck.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are good bosses, etc. Also, I have been through some one or two, but overall, I have been with bosses who have supported me in both professional and personal lives.
True.
So I am a bit lucky, but that is not the case with everybody.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me answer it slightly based on my experience, and I'm not going to tell you. I think my video is not there. Is it right? Okay. Okay. No problem. Anyway,
Yes,
if you
the
can
video
hear
is
me,
not-
if you can hear me, that's fine. So
Yeah.
what I've also sulked in certain times in my career, saying that I'm not getting enough attention, or probably my boss is hampering my growth, so on and so forth. But most of the time, I felt that it is my mental chatter than the reality, because see, I probably learned it at a later stage of career, because we all grow with a lot of biases, saying that a good boss has to do these 10 things, a bad boss will do these 5 things, etc. So we've all grown with a lot of biases. Unfortunately, it is our biases that makes us decide, saying that this person is good, that person is bad, etc. And the moment you pull yourself out of it, emotionally and personally, and leave out all the biases, you will really find that the person whom we really felt is not furthering my prospects actually did not do anything. It's all in our mind. And I firmly believe that everything is under your control. Though we can say that you can't choose your boss, you can't choose this, choose that, and etc. Be absolutely good in terms of nobody can do anything for you. And see, I always tell one thing: as an employee, your primary responsibility is to make your boss successful. That's all.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Because see, you are in fact, I learned it from one of my earlier bosses. He very beautifully told me, saying that I played it very safe. This was early in my career. I used to tell, saying that these are 10 things that need to be done. Tell me what it needs to be done. So he was in the US. So one fine day, I got a termination letter saying that Venki, you are sacked. So just to make it, I'm sorry if I can tell it personally. It was just 3 months after my wedding. So and I was sacked, and my boss slept because he was in the US. Morning I get this mail as soon as I come to office, and till evening I don't know what mistake that I did. I do not know whether I will have my job, etc. So evening I called him. I said, I'm sorry, I do not know what mistake I did, but it is unfair. You should you should give me an opportunity. So he said, Venki, I recruited a manager. I did not recruit an office assistant. So if you just do what I'm asking you to do, I don't need you. I have recruited you because I do not know something, and I believe that you know something that I do not know. And if you are going to ask everything to me, why the hell I need you? I don't need you. That's why I sack you. So unfortunately, fortunately, he took the termination back. He was just trying to give me a sour pill. So what happened is, everybody will have to keep in their mind saying that your responsibility is to make your boss successful, number one. Number two is, you have a responsibility and your boss has got certain responsibilities. How much ever time that if you take any time office to even review your work, which means that you are wasting their time. If you can do an unsupervised work, believe me, no boss would be bad to you. So I always believe that it is your responsibility. People fail to understand that my responsibility is to make sure that I have to make my boss successful, because that is how it is. I make my boss successful, my boss makes their boss successful. See, imagine that I have a 10-member team, and if one person fails, I can't go and saying that I'm successful but only one person failed, this project failed because of that individual, because I'm losing. It is my failure. So that is something that we need to understand. And the second thing is, I do not know if you have read this book, The Professional by Subrata Bagchi. I would suggest anybody who wants to become a professional, please read that book, The Professional by Subrata Bagchi. And I just wanted to quote two things that from the book, which is probably something that each and every professional will need to follow. One is certifying one's own work, completion of one's own work. I might have put it in wrong terms. Mr. Subrata Bagchi is a master storyteller. Certifying completion of one's own work. So imagine, many times, I'll talk from a student perspective. You need to do a record or something like that, and that after all, this is only 10 marks. Okay, I will submit it. This is enough. But you have no clue what decisions are being taken based on that. Imagine that you write a two sentence email, and it has got grammatical mistakes, etc. You may have conveyed the message, but you have no control over where this email would go, to whom all it will go. Certifying completion of one's own work is extremely important. And the second thing is working unsupervised, because just because, okay, my manager is saying these things, I will do this. If you can tell, saying that, okay, whether somebody is watching me or not, this is my job and this I will do, and certify my own work. If people can follow these two steps, believe me, all bosses will be very good, irrespective of however their nature can be. I still don't.
That's a very elaborated answer, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Students.
So thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, any students further want to ask any questions?
Sir, this is Utpal, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, sir, I needed some clarification regarding this. You told that you need to be different from others when you go to the organization, and you told two important factors that we need to focus on, that is transferable skills and internship.
Yes.
So transferable skills, if you take into consideration, you told skills that you already possess that can be directly taken to the organization.
Yes.
So under that you told team management and taking initiatives. Now, if you take the current situation, means all the business schools, if I take into consider all the business schools, because my brother is also studying in a business school here in Bhubaneswar,
Yeah.
and he is also telling that they are conducting some team management and they are conducting some team activities, and he is also getting involved. So
Okay.
if I think in that manner, that all the business schools are giving this opportunity to all the students,
Yes.
and they are gaining some they are improving on that and they are developing on that.
That's right.
Now, when we get out of the college, there are 10,000 of members coming from other business schools. They also will be having the same potential that we are having now.
Yeah.
So how are we going to differentiate there?
Okay. See, amazing question. Though it's a cliche, I need to tell that, it's a very interesting question. So teamwork is just an example that I gave. And the second thing is, you can conduct courses. Okay. There are a lot of courses that can happen saying that this is what is teamwork, this is how you need to manage teams, etc. But how much are you applying that? Okay, so let's say that all the students in your class may be able to attend a soft skill training program, etc. But how many people will get an opportunity to be the coordinator of a club, to be conducting a symposium, to be conducting an event like this? Maybe you want to run a industry summit, and it is done by all the students. How many people? I do not know if you have a college Rotary club or union, etc., where you exhibit those skills. So it is a combination of theoretical and practical skills. Theoretical skills, yes, any university can provide, but how are you going to get practical skills? That is what is going to differentiate. Okay, second, so teamwork is a very easy example that I took. So today, let's take this pandemic situation. So today, though we are all in teams, we are all sitting in various places. Today, the skill is slightly changed. The reason that I told you, saying that certifying one's own work and working unsupervised, is because more and more we are going to experience distributed teams. So in this distributed teams, how much are you taking responsibility for yourself? How much are you going to deliver something without even being supervised are going to be more important. And that is why I said reflects, doing self-reflection, creating a roadmap, understanding what is a business. So it's a combination of so many other things. And lastly, you might acquire all those skills, but how are you presenting it to the eventual employer? That is also important. So though I told you saying that these two are important, if you actually superimpose this with the 5-point career model, it gives you a complete picture. So when I say teamwork, just teamwork alone is not enough. Theoretical and practical implementation of the knowledge that you have gained, and a combination of skills that are needed for your industry. So is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for motivating our students.
Okay.
And taking out time and giving us such an insightful session for our students. Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir,
So,
I just want to add in one sentence to what Professor Preeti said. Sir, I would want to, invite you to the campus when we are open, and so that we can have another wonderful session.
Oh, definitely.
I think it was very useful for all, even the faculty and even for the students. So it is a good way of explaining whatever you had with your experience and expertise. So thank you, sir. Thanks once again.
My pleasure, ma'am. I'll be very, very glad to do anything for the student community, because see, I also have my selfish motive. Ultimately, I'm looking at all these people as my future colleagues. So, there is. So, if you give me an opportunity to interact with your students, and if I can get the best 4 or 5 people, even before people come for placement, I'm getting benefited. So, I feel that this is a mutually beneficial relationship. And I always believe there is no concept of free lunch. I'm spending my time